Lofholm. I want to welcome all of you to our continued discussion, learning success principles from Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's book, and Laws of Success. And I'm thrilled that you're here. And all these ideas that you're learning, they're all going into the subconscious mind. And you're going to have the benefit of these ideas for the rest of your life. So thank you so much for joining today. It means a lot that you're here. Every single one of you that's here, it matters to me. Our community matters, and it's not my community, it's our community. We all get to benefit from our community. So we are up to lesson number 10, and it is accurate thinking, and I'm going to do my absolute best to deliver a breakthrough to you right now. And I could say this about any of the principles. It's like, this is my favorite principle, or this is one of my favorite, they're all one of my favorite principles because they're so good. And I love teaching these ideas. And Hill passed away in 1970. And I love that I get an opportunity to bring his work to life. And there is a bonus video that will be up at morningsalesboost.com of Hill teaching you his interpretation of accurate thinking. So let me read to you what Hill had to say about accurate thinking. Accurate thought involves two fundamentals. First, you must separate facts from mere information. Second, you must separate facts into two classes, the important and the unimportant. Only by doing so can you think clearly and accurately. Accurate thinkers permit no one to do their thinking for them. Gather information and listen to the opinion of others, but reserve for yourself the privilege of making decisions. Truth will be truth regardless of a closed mind, ignorance, or the refusal to believe. So I'm going to give you my interpretation of this idea. This one idea that I'm going to give you on accurate thinking could be the biggest breakthrough of your life. It's quite a statement. The biggest breakthrough of your life. And here is the idea. Have accurate thinking about yourself. Do you think that it's possible that when you look in the mirror and what you see, who you actually are is even greater than what you see when you look in the mirror? If you think that's possible, that who you are is even greater than how you see yourself, just type the word yes in the chat. If you believe that you're even greater than how you see yourself, and I'm going to type the word yes in the chat because I do not believe that I have yet to see how extraordinary I am. Not as a brag, not as a like, look at me and how great I am, but just as a like really owning my greatness. When I worked at McDonald's, when I looked in the mirror, what I saw was average and ordinary. And that's how I showed up in the world. I showed up as somebody who was average and ordinary. And I didn't know that I was extraordinary back then. I didn't know I had greatness inside of me. You have greatness inside of you. You have a purpose in life. I believe you have many purposes in life. You were born with natural gifts and talents. And you also have developed many skills by coming to classes like this. You've developed your muscles in things like AI or technology or sales or marketing or leadership or whatever you worked on. So that's who you are. So here's the concept, is for you to be able to truly acknowledge how beautiful you are, how talented you are, how intelligent you are. Sometimes when I acknowledge somebody and I see them and I compliment them, they dodge it. You give somebody a compliment and they go, "Oh, it's no big deal." Actually, it is a big deal. What you're doing is a big deal. Your ability in the certain area of your life is a big deal. And so instead of brushing it off, I invite you, when somebody compliments you, say things like, "Thank you for noticing," or "Thank you for seeing that in me," or "I appreciate you acknowledging me," as opposed to deflecting it and not receiving it. And for you to look in the mirror and see what an extraordinary human being that you are. There was a graphic designer who is a client of mine. He's a lifetime member. He's a part of our community. I haven't seen him in a bit, but he and I were having a conversation one day, and he was giving me some ideas of things that I could do to up level the visuals of Eric Lofholm International. And it made sense for him to be giving me these types of ideas because that's how he sees the world. He's a graphic designer. And he saw himself as not as an expert. And I was like, his name is David. I said, "David, how many hours have you logged as a graphic designer? Schooling, classes, working for other people as an employee, running your own business, doing graphic design?" And he said over 60,000 hours. Malcolm Gladwell says 10,000 hours, you become an expert. He was 6x the number of hours, according to Gladwell, that you become an expert. David was truly a master, but he wasn't owning that mastery. He didn't see himself as who he actually was. So now he's showing up in the world, not acknowledging his greatness. What about you? What if you started looking at and acknowledging, what is it that I'm great at? I am the world's greatest husband. I'm not comparing myself to you. I'm not, if you're a husband, I'm not like, "I'm better than you." Or if you have a husband, I'm like, "I'm better than your husband." No, I declare I'm the world's greatest husband in my relationship with my wife, not comparing it to anybody else. This is how I show up in my marriage, and I can own that. What about you? It's not about being the best unless that resonates with you. It's about acknowledging. How many of you acknowledge, based on the number of hours you put into your career and how you show up in the world, that you are at expert or higher level? Just put yes in the chat. If like, "Yeah, I am an expert at this." One of the things that happens is that our reality is shaped by what other people say about us. And when I was growing up, and this is not a criticism of my parents, but my parents didn't tell me how extraordinary I am. And so I didn't have that perspective. And then I got married, and my first marriage, it didn't work out. And this isn't a criticism of my first wife, but she was not an encourager. She was not a cheerleader for me. And so I remember being on the first date and I was with my first wife for over 20 years. And when we got married, I was 22 years old and she was 18. We were just young kids back then. And I hadn't dated in 22 years. And I was like, this is like a really like a weird, it was like a weird thing, like having been married that long. And then you go out on a date and I was on this date with this woman, really beautiful, physically beautiful woman. And she complimented me. She said, "Eric, you're a really great guy." And I was like, is there somebody behind me named Eric? Because she's not talking to me. Because I connected with loser. I connected with, I'm not good in that way, because I had been talked to by my ex-wife for so long in such a negative way that it became how I viewed myself. My view of myself was dependent on how somebody else saw me. And so when somebody complimented me, I was like, this is really weird. And then that didn't work out with her. And then I went out with this other woman and she gave me a similar compliment. And then I left that date and I was like, this is so weird. I've had these two different people that I've dated that are complimenting me. And then eventually I realized my ex-wife's view of me is not who I am. And that was a major epiphany for me. How you view yourself perhaps has been influenced by your parents or by your inner circle. You might have some people in your inner circle that don't really believe in you. And here's the deal. This is a great role I can have in your life. Because Marie, I believe in you. I see your greatness. And I could say that about any of you on this call. And not everybody's a cheerleader. This isn't a criticism of my ex-wife. That's just not who she is. My current wife, she's a cheerleader. She's a great encourager of me. Not everybody's an encourager. Just because somebody's not an encourager doesn't mean they shouldn't be in your life. You might have a great boss, but your boss doesn't compliment you. That doesn't diminish what a great boss he or she is. You find the people in your life to fill the gaps. So I can be an encourager for you in your life, and you find the people. And then it's about what you believe in yourself. It's not what your parents told you back when you were a little kid, and then it went into the subconscious, and then that created an identity of who you are. I invite you to have accurate thinking about your greatness. To wake up and realize, I'm awesome. I'm great. I'm out there doing the best I can. I'm making a difference in the world. I'm here to help people. I'm here to add value. Doubt your doubts and examine in your own quiet time, why do I believe what I believe? The confidence that I got in me, it came from my mentors. It didn't really come from my parents. It didn't come from my ex-wife. It came from my mentors. And so I filled the gap. I went and found people, Dante Pirano, Dr. Moyne, Steve Hardison, and they saw things in me that I didn't see that helped me see them. So I want you to maybe get out a journal or just in your own quiet time, be thinking, why do I believe I'm not worthy of love? Why do I believe I'm not good with money? Why do I believe I'm not good on social media? Why do I believe that I don't deserve to be visible? Because none of those things are true. You can believe them, but it doesn't make them true. And all of a sudden, we unleash you, and you go out there and have the impact that you're destined to have. So, couple things as far as next steps for today. Napoleon Hill has his version of accurate thinking. It'll be at morningsalesboost.com. I invite you to go watch that video. Secondly, your bonus video today, if you reach out to me, I'll send it to you. It's actually Russell Brunson talking about me, which is kind of a cool thing. Some of you know the name Russell Brunson. He's like way up there as an entrepreneur. And he didn't interview me on his podcast. He talked about me on his podcast. It's pretty cool. I didn't even know I was on there. One of our shared clients, Russell's and mine, he goes, "Hey, did you know Russell's talking about you on his podcast?" I go, "I had no idea." And so I have that video, and it's pretty cool. And it has a strategy on there that could deliver a breakthrough for you about being visible. So if you want that bonus video, email me or text me or Facebook message me or LinkedIn message me. My email is eric@ericlofholm.com. Lastly, today at 10 o'clock in 2 hours, I'm going to be doing a preview for my brand new coaching program where I guarantee you'll get 10 or more clients in the next 90 days. Many of you are registered. If you're not registered, if you want to join that live or the recording, Wayne, if you can drop that link in the chat, that would be awesome. So the big message today, have accurate thinking about your greatness. This could change your life. You can do it. You can change. You have the ability to make it happen. I want you to know I believe in you and you have greatness inside of you. Thank you all for joining today. It's great to have you here. Benjamin, thank you for joining. Marty, great to have you. Kathy, thanks for joining. Chris, great to have you. Cliff, thank you for joining. Daryl, great to see you, Daryl. Thanks for showing up. Dave, great to have you. David, I sent you an email, David. I hope you got that. I'm looking forward to connecting maybe tomorrow or Sunday or next week. Thank you for joining. Deborah, great to have you. Derek, thanks for joining. Thank you guys for the emojis. Diane, thanks for joining. If you got something out of class, give me some emojis right now. I need the encouragement too. Ed, thank you for joining. Elizabeth, great to have you. Eric, great to see you as always. Fabian, thanks for joining. Frank, great to have you. George, thanks for joining. Thank you guys for the emojis. Gina, great to have you. Greg, great to have you. Greta, thank you for being here. Heather, nice to see you. Helene, great to have you in class today. Thank you for joining. And Yvonne, great to see you here. Jeff, great to have you, Jeff. Thanks for joining. Jeffrey, thanks for joining. Jenny, great to have you in class. Jody, thank you for joining. Joseph, great to have you. Karen, thank you for being willing to give me that referral. I appreciate that. Keith, thanks for joining. Kim, you're ready to have that breakthrough, Kim. You're a brilliant person with helping people with their animals, Kim. You're brilliant at that. The world needs your message. Kim Williams, thanks for joining. Marcus, great to have you in class. Marie, you have greatness inside of you. Max, great to have you. Have both Maxes on the call today. And Max Meckley, he is the number one prospector in our entire community, regularly does 100, 200, and sometimes even more outreaches in one day. Guys, he does over 200 many days of the week. Max, you're a superstar. Okan, thanks for joining. Michael, great to have you here. Michelle, great to see you again. Navneet, thanks for joining from India. Neil, great to see you. Pamela, great to have you. Percy, thank you for joining. Renate, coming to us live from Thailand. Riki, thanks for joining. Robert, great to have you. Rose, thanks for joining. Russ, great to have you here. Sheila, great to see you. Shell, thank you for joining. Stacia, great to have you. Thomas, you're an elite coach. Urban, one of our elite prospectors in our community. Thank you for joining. Vicky's action is just like, boom, she's on the upswing. She's brilliant, taking massive action, Vicky. You're a superstar. Wayne, thanks for joining. Yvette, great to see you. Zandra, great to have you in class. That's going to wrap our call. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Recordings.
Those of you on the live stream, Bald Guy Marketing, thanks for joining. Keith, thanks for being here. Knock Now, thank you for joining. Wayne, great to have you. LinkedIn user, thank you for joining. Thanks for being here on the live stream. We'll talk to y'all later.